Hello, everyone, and welcome to Red Devils Advocates. Today isn't going to be like a normal podcast. We're going to quickly cover the two European Cup finals. See, it has been a while since they happened, but we've not been around, so might as well cover it. And then we're going to be talking about a whole mixture of different things, including transfers, where we think the Euros might lead our great English players. and a whole bunch of other stuff. But today I am joined with Andy and Amrit. Unfortunately, Tyrone has got an injury. He tried going down to Carrington and it didn't work out the way he thought it would. Turns out when you try and wedge a brick wall or a fridge or just Ollie in general, there's a lot of security there. And yeah, he got denied access. To quickly cover the disaster that was our first final in 3 years, something like that.
Since we're
3 or 4, yeah.
3 or 4 years. Definitely should have won it, in my opinion. We should have won it in the first 90 minutes, but they literally had 9 men behind the ball with 1 man up front, and it worked. So, what can be said about that? Took it to penalties, and the man hasn't saved a single penalty in 6.5 years.
Isn't it 40 penalties or something?
They subbed off the likes of Greenwood, and and they didn't think to sub off De Gea for Henderson because at least he might have saved the penalty, just maybe one. But instead, we went full circle.
To Chelsea, though, you remember when they did that at Chelsea, and that caused a massive stir in the news. That I think Ollie is very much a player's manager, and he knows if he subs off De Gea, their words, he's not coming back to Manchester. I'll put it like that.
I mean, he's not our number one anymore anyway. So why does it matter? I mean, unfortunately, since that's happened, we've now released Romero. So De Gea has to be our number 2, but why does his feelings matter anymore? The man's been on the decline, and that match final proved it. He let in a stupid goal.
Yeah.
Granted, the defense helped. They always help.
Lindelof.
And then again, a single penalty, not a single. There was 11 penalties. 11. Like 6.5 years, this man's never saved a penalty. And the sheet came out after as well. It's like, okay, I'm supposed to go this way, this way, this way. Half of the things he didn't even follow.
He had the cheat code.
He literally had the cheat code and he didn't follow it.
It's like man did all his homework, sat in the exam, and just then started writing absolute shit about a different subject, and was like, no. One could argue, should Henderson have not started? If anything else, I think Hendo should have started that match. But yeah, Sean, like you said, we should have. I kept saying the minute he's playing for penalties, and if he takes it to penalties, we're gonna lose. I can see it happening. My third eye was open, and I was like, it's gonna happen. We are not winning if it goes to penalties. But we should have had it in the 90 minutes. But Emery he completely read us. He completely read us and left for dead because he knew exactly how to fold all of our plays, basically. And then, stacked the defence like it was Trump's wall in Mexico, and we were not getting past that. And De Gea made De Gea and Lindelof combo, just letting that goal in. I'm having PTSD. I can't even remember Cavani's goal, but I can remember Lindelof letting that ball in, and that is giving me severe PTSD. And it was just the most clumsiest of errors. But then we lived in hope for the second half because we are second half FC, and thought, maybe we'll claw this back. A nice cheeky little 2-1. Greenwood would absolutely bang a goal in. Cavani did what he needed. He got his goal in. He did what he needed to do, and Greenwood was so unlucky to not bang one in because he had a cracking game. And the fact that he was substituted before Rashford, who was playing on a broken heart, an injury, and just his inconsistency throughout the season. Rashford should have gone off first. I don't know why Greenwood was subbed off. I don't know what Pogba, but I don't know why. There were so many things about the substitute. We could have an entire podcast just talking about the substitutions, but the substitution strategy was whack. The substitutions that were made were whack. And I don't know how a manager who is known as the super sub can do substitutions so badly again and again. He needs that. I need my guy to go to summer school and like proper go into like manager for dummies 101 this summer, because I don't know, some of these decisions he's made. It's his in-game management. Like off the pitch, we can all say that he's doing so much better than Jose. Like, there's no toxic environment in our changing rooms. All the players are really happy to play for him. All the good things, all those lovely things. That's great. His in-game management is just, it's like terrible. It's like I could probably do. I've never managed anything in my life, and I could probably do somewhat of a better job. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say. And I'm gonna stop there.
Well, I just want to say our number one theorist is here, so I'll add him in now.
Oh. He's managed to defeat the
up.
injury. He's come back. The security guard couldn't hold him down. Couldn't hold him down that long.
He heard we were talking smack about the defense, and he was like, "I'm awake. I'm around."
Albert made a lot of good points there. Lindelof is really so poor. There have been so many times in the last few games, and that's counting the last 2 Premier League games as well, that Lindelof's error has led to us conceding a goal. I don't know what's wrong with him. I don't know if it's a mental thing, but he doesn't know how to defend. He doesn't know how to intercept. He's useless. De Gea had an absolute stinker. It was one of his worst, in my opinion. And I don't think anyone on our team deserves to be paid, apart from Cavani right now, because he is carrying this team on his back, him and Fernandes. I don't think anyone else is worth their salt.
Fred.
Honestly.
I mean, he didn't miss his penalty, so I can't say anything bad about him.
Honest.
When he walked up for his penalty, I was like, "Oh, we fucked it now."
We said it, didn't we?
The man was exuding pure confidence.
He knew it in his head.
He knew he knew what he was doing. He banged it, and then he walked away like, "This is why I'm here. This is why I'm back in the Brazil team."
You know what? Yeah. Fred lived up to his name. I thought it was over when Fred came up. I was like, "Yeah, man, it's done." The hair let us down. Fred's gonna miss. Fred actually put in the back of the net, and I went, "Wow, Fred did not mess up for once in his life."
Also, shout out one time for Bailly for that overhead kick clearance. What a moment!
Right, man.
Only Bailly.
Oh, no context, Bailly, man. What the hell was he doing with that overhead kick to clear it? It's like, bro, this is not the time, nor the place.
He doesn't take anything seriously.
There was also a time though where they were attacking, and then he's there playing with his socks and his shoe. I'm like,
I told you, but
my guy, like, defend, please. And he's just there looking at his shoes while they're attacking on his side of the pitch. I'm like, this is over. This is actually it.
I respect Bailly. Doesn't need to worry about defending. When he's needed,
It's true. He turns up. Lindelof, however, my word, he needs to go. I'm tired. We've all had our moments. Lindelof's had a good game here and there, but he needs to go. Get him out of here.
He might be the weak link in our chain, like.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, he's gonna get rid of. If he gets a new centre back, Lindelof is the first to go. No questions asked. You know, Harry ain't going nowhere. So,
yeah.
When the new centre back, if he's actually managed going to get somewhere, Lindelof is gone.
He has to go.
Tough,
man. All right, well, I said we lost Irving 10 on penalties, so nothing more can be said about that.
Yeah.
Shouts out to De Gea. Yeah.
No matter what, I'm gonna because you guys probably already. I need to grill this man.
Right, let's go.
I said it would happen. Come
on. Let's do it. Let's get him on the therapy.
My problem is, it's like, okay, all right. Honestly, it was kind of like everyone, like, yeah, we tried to take down things, but we're that one team that can never beat guys that have 10 man behind the ball. No, let's say 11, because their strikers are playing defense too, man. But Like the first mistake was like, Ollie, how the flip did you not sub him off the hair, bro? The guy's stats, the man that reads the stats, you know. This is why he always plays Maguire, you know. The guy that reads the stats. You finally read the bad stat and you decide to just carry on with it. The man hasn't saved a penalty in 6 years, bro. Henderson has saved a penalty recently, bro. That's just 6 years. 6. And you decide to leave him in the goal. Why? Then get on to the next one. Why was no one training this man to take a penalty, bro? He did not even put power in it. It was the most obvious. Bro, man went up and said, you know what, let me just do the little 1-2 to the keeper, bro. That wasn't a penalty, bro. That was a pass.
It was a pass.
He passed it to him.
Like he's past the experience. You got so guessed. He's like, I don't need to score this. Hey, I can just pass in the net, you know. No.
He thought man thought it was training. It was a passing drill.
Nah, bro, I can't take it, man. He's the only one that decides to take the lightest through. Fred smacked it. Shaw got lucky. I like.
Yeah, his shit.
Sure, you're a dangerous man. You could have been the villain. You could have been that villain for today. Didn't
Shaw almost have a goal across that basically almost like had it angled slightly in a bit more? It would have been a goal, unluckily, and it didn't miss Mason Greenwood.
Rashford, you missed that sit too, bro. Don't think I forgot about you.
Oh yeah, he did miss an absolute sitter.
You had so much space.
Rashford, how many times we've got to say this? Play to the whistle. Give a crap if it's off. If you think it's offside, don't worry about that. It's if the referee thinks it's offside, not if you think it's offside. Don't use your brain. Just score the goal. Do not use your brain. Do not think.
Don't use your brain.
You're not paid to think, my friend.
Man, I'm just
play to the whistle. If the ref don't blow the whistle, carry on. The goal is yours. Just crack on with it.
And then let VAR make the decision after that.
Exactly. You're not paid to think about this decision. You're just paid to bang the ball in the goal. You're not paid to think about whether it's offside or not. That's the ref's job.
I 100% believe Martial would have missed that set, bro, because it was fine margin.
Slyly, I kind of think.
The man's catching strays. He wasn't even there.
Oh man, man's in the hospital bed. Like, why am I catching strays?
Bro, remember Neymar? Hey, bro. Remember when I was grilling Brazil about Neymar? But anyway, man, like, you know, I just don't understand why the hair did not do any Premier League training, because that was so unexperienced, bro. That was just like, you know, it's like when you're playing football, yeah, and the teacher gave you that kid, and because you went to no, like that kid can't even take a shot or do anything, bro. He's just completely useless, bro. As much as you're trying to educate him and coach him on how to play, no matter how much you do it, he's just there for filler, bro. He's just the filler arc of your team. That's how useless that Don is on your team. Then when he's about to, then he has to take a shot, right? Because it's deep. It's one of them ones that the teacher's like, no one's allowed to score on the team except for him because your team is overpowered. You have that one guy, bro. Yeah.
So sure, you said earlier, like the other team, Villarreal, played with 9 men in the back, but it's not the first time we've come up against that kind of defense. I think it's not an excuse, and it's not good enough for Ollie to try and hide behind that. This is a final, and Emery knows how to win these. Villarreal may not, but this is a team that is going to change their tactics drastically because they know how dangerous we are, and we are legitimately dangerous. We need to be able to play different types of football, and it's been how many years? 2-3 years that Ollie's been in post, and we're still saying the same things. He struggles against these teams with 9 men in defense, and of course that's hard, but in the final, I'm not having that as an excuse. Because are we going to use that if we were to ever get into the Champions League final? You can't have that.
Can I pose this to you, the people? We don't have a style of play. It is literally just star player and pray. Do a little Hail Mary.
We do have a style of play, though. Like the style of play is
Pasta Bruno.
You want Pasta Bruno, yes.
Pasta Bruno.
Make sure Bruno gets a penalty every match. Just done. Yeah, just 1-0 every single match. We're fine.
He deserved that penalty, though.
The style of play is that we try and play counter-attacking football. We try and play quick counter-attacking football. If the teams that we're going against don't put any pressure on us, we're stuck. Like, if we can't break past their defense, which we never can because our players aren't skillful enough, the only ones that actually are last season's Martial and Cavani. And Martial's playing that trash. Cavani can't do everything by himself. Like, there were several times during the match where Bruno and Cavani linked up, or Wan-Bissaka and Greenwood linked up. Rashford was doing what Rashford was doing. He was trying his best. He wasn't
linking up with anyone.
Not really.
He got neutralized on that side. It was rough.
But the thing is, like, everyone knows exactly how we play. We play very attacking football, and it's very counter-attacking football. We rely on being able to break past with speed and precision, and that is it. And if you put 6-7 men in front of them, they can't do it. Because no matter how fast they are, there's going to be another man there. And it's shown time and time again. You look at West Brom, you look at Sheffield United, you look at Liverpool. The moment that you block off our speed, we're stuck in the water, because as good as Bruno is, as good as Pogba is, if they can't pass the ball to our attackers, we're done. And obviously that's when you started seeing like Bruno trying the long shots from like 30 yards out and things like that. And yeah, like he can do it, but it's not going to happen every time. And this time it didn't happen for him. And obviously every time he's missing, you can see this frustration. You can see the lack of confidence in himself. The shots were getting wider. The passes were getting sloppier. He was shouting at people. And it's like, I get it. You shouldn't have to be carrying the other people when they are just as good as you on paper. It's an excuse that we have. We shouldn't need to use it, but it's the only thing that we have until Ollie decides to actually pay attention to what's going on and change the tactics. Because he's going to see it as, oh, we got a second, we got to a final. Why do I need to change it?
You know what? Deep it, bro. I think that's the mentality he had, bro. The fact he just got to the final. First it was the semis. Now it's the final. I hope he doesn't do this again. But honestly,
he's definitely going to do it again, 100%.
Yeah, I feel like the team itself, take Ollie out, kind of like didn't let use Tomini. Like Tomini started to break through these men. I'm like it was nuts. Like it was the first time I see teams struggling to stop Tomini. I feel like if they use that, his runs were a bit more. If they worked with him a little bit more, maybe they could have got through. But you know, Rashford kind of got neutralized in that way. Greenwood was actually leaving them on his side. So I don't know how Rashford was struggling, but you know, we'll see if Rashford sucks in Euros.
Well, we're going to get to that in a minute. First, let us address the Man City and Chelsea match. Obviously, City, big team that they are, finally made it to the European final, and Chelsea said, "Look at your keeper, he's a mug. He tried to tackle me on the edge of the box. Let me round him one time because he can't actually use his hands here. Because again, he's a mug. Best keeper in the league. eat your heart out." Yeah.
Wait.
Chelsea didn't win.
You have one job. You have an entire area where you can use your hands. I know. Let me go to the area where I can't use my hands to make a save.
Nah.
Genius. Explains why he plays on the same team as Fred.
Wow.
What I will say is I hate everything that Chelsea Football Club stands for, but I am so happy that they beat Man City because they don't deserve this. No. They have no European heritage, and long may it continue.
And this is going to sound really mean and petty and super Regina George-like, but I'm glad Aguero went out. I do not forgive him for that goal against, was it QPR? I will never.
Yeah,
I will take that one. That's going to the grave with me because that will give me PTSD for the rest of my life. So.
Yeah.
Bye,
Aguero. Bye, boo.
That goal gave them so much money, but it hurt my feelings.
Bro, Joey Barton ruined everything.
Trust me, man.
He ruins everything, man.
He does ruin everything. But yeah, so we've done that. So let's move on.
Also, shout out to Kante.
Remember,
yes.
Kante deserves a European Championship.
Yes, he does. He's such a don. He's such
a humble man.
if it ever comes out that he's done a madness, it's gonna actually break my heart. Like, he's such a nice guy.
Yeah.
Like,
Such a humble lad.
He's the stepfather of, is it Cisse's kids as well? Like, this
Oh,
guy,
nice.
yeah, his
Wow.
kids, he's married Cisse's ex, and then obviously becomes stepfather to his kids. It's all mad, but he deserves all the glory and gold that he is getting. He's such a lovely player, and he's a quality player on the pitch, quality player off the pitch. So yeah, deserves his flowers.
yes, he definitely does.
Hey, it's not about Chelsea winning. It's about the humble man Kante that drives a Mini Cooper and hasn't been to a lot of parties. Bro. Imagine. The man hasn't even been to parties. Imagine all your ballers, bro. All your ballers in your life
Oh my
went
God.
partying from young, bro. And my man came and went, one of the stories was like, man walked up with a box of chocolate, bro. Imagine how humble you have to be to rock up at a footballer's party, bro, with chocolate. Just to say, bro, it's been the first time I've been invited to a party, bro. I didn't know what to buy. Man drives a Mini Cooper as well, bro. Can we just deep it? There's a violation, bro. I respect the man. All the cars you could be driving. He could be driving a Lamborghini, a Ferrari, one of them BMWs. You know the ones that creep in the dark and you
he
never
sends
hear.
money home to his family and that as well. So like he's saving money where he can, innit? Like he's humble beginnings, still humble now. All right. So obviously Euros are about to start. I've got the tables up in front of me. I want quick fire rounds, right? First off, who do you think is going to win? Andy.
France.
Amrit.
I'll go Portugal because I'll be different, but France would be my second one.
Tyrone.
It's coming home.
Okay.
Oh,
All right then.
It's coming home.
Fuck's sake.
It's coming home.
All right. So
Don't worry about it.
yeah, my prediction would have been France. Because of Bruno, I want Portugal to get it because he deserves something this year. But yeah, let's go through the group stages. Each one's we're going to say who's going to come first out of the group. Just makes fun out of it. So Group A is Italy, Switzerland, Turkey, Wales.
Hey, look.
It's two groups that qualify, right? Two teams.
Two teams, yeah.
But I think it's
Well, Italy.
I mean, go on. Let's do two teams. All right. So Italy and
Wales.
Wales. Tyrone,
Yeah.
Italy and
Who else is other team?
Switzerland and Turkey.
Switzerland and Turkey. The reason why I won't say Wales, is because Turkey has solid ballers too, and
They
they
do.
can show up.
Yeah.
Switzerland. Nah. So it's either gonna be Italy or Wales or Italy and Turkey, because
Okay.
Wales team are looking a bit soft.
All right. Amrit.
Italy and Turkey, I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Sorry, Dan James. Sorry.
I'm going to go Italy and Wales because yeah. All right. So Group B is Belgium, Denmark, Finland, and Russia.
Jesus, what a shit group.
Andy.
No, sorry, run the teams again.
Belgium, Denmark, Finland, and Russia.
Jesus. Belgium
Yeah.
and Russia. Who cares? Go for it.
Okay. Amrit.
Belgium and Denmark.
Tyrone.
It's most likely gonna be Belgium. I'll say Denmark.
Yeah, I'm going to go
Who's
Belgium,
the other
Denmark
two?
as well.
What are the other two again?
Finland and Russia.
Who plays for Denmark?
Then again, Russia.
You have Odegaard, you have Eriksson, you have is it Haaland?
No, Holland,
No, he's Norwegian.
Oh no, he's
That's what I was
Danish.
making
He's
sure.
the other one, isn't it?
Let's play
other
guess
one.
guess
He's the other
Ireland's
one.
nationality.
He's the other one. No, I'm looking at the flags. The flags look similar.
Yeah, I would say Belgium and Russia, because Russia.
Okay. All right. So you thought the other one was a shit group. This one's a fucking.
This one is a stinker.
I don't even know who this one team is, but we've got Austria, Holland, Ukraine, and North Macedonia. Yeah. Tyrone.
It should be Holland and Sweden.
Sweden isn't in the
Sweden.
group, but
Oh man, my bad. Alright, just say Ukraine and
Holland.
and Holland, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that group looks a bit weird. That's a weird one.
It's a bit sus, doesn't it? I'm gonna go say Holland and Ukraine. But
Okay.
big up Austria for their beer.
Andy.
Oh man, this is painful. I'm gonna say Holland and Austria.
Yeah, I'm going to go for Holland and Austria as well.
No one want to vouch for North Macedonia. No.
You know what? Yeah, like I'm not feeling it this year. Maybe next year.
Those countries are getting clapped, man.
All right, so here's the important group. Yeah, well, especially for Tyrone. Croatia, Czech Republic, Scotland, and England.
England.
So we already know who you want the first one to be, Tyrone. Who do you want the second one to be?
Coming home. You know what? I'm gonna be nice and say Scotland.
Okay.
Because I feel like Tommy won't let these men like.
All right. And Andy.
England and Czech Republic. It'll be tight between them and Scotland, I think.
Okay. Amrit.
I'm gonna go rogue. England and Croatia.
Okay, well, you're going to love my answer then. I'm going Croatia and Czech.
Wow. Wow.
You must think Jesse Lingard, Rashford, Harry Kane. I'm trying to remember the other strikers.
Coming home.
Coming home.
Right.
Coming home.
You must kind of disrespect like Harry Kane trying to prove a point.
Ooh, okay. All right, so next group is Poland, Slovakia, Spain, and Sweden. This might be a bit of a tight group. Amrit?
Spain and Sweden. Spain and Sweden.
Okay. Tyrone?
Spain and Poland, bro. Lewandowski gonna not.
Oh yeah,
Lewandowski's gonna carry them.
Andy?
Sweden's where Lindelof's from, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Not Sweden.
Then I'm gonna say Spain and Poland.
I too am going Spain and Poland. All right, final group, which is probably the most saucy group. We've got France, we've got Germany, we have got Portugal, and we've got the hungriest men of them all. Hungry.
How stacked is that group?
Such a beautiful group. That is going to be some sweet matches.
No, that's going to be great. All right, Andy, who do you think is going through on that group?
Oh, that is really tough. I'm gonna have to say France and Portugal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Amrit?
Germany throwing a curveball. Well, I said I want Portugal to win. So Portugal and I'm going to say Portugal and Germany. I don't know. Being really rogue.
Tyrone?
I'm gonna say Portugal and Hungary.
Mad. Okay.
I honestly think, I'm gonna keep it. I honestly think Hungary's gonna come out with fire, bro, because they already know they're gone, but they're not gonna go out without a bang, and I feel like everyone's gonna take a through.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you some facts and figures here. Yeah. All right. So obviously Germany won the World Cup in 2016 or whatever it was. 14. 14. Yeah, and then the following Euros and World Cup they did shocking. They did nothing. They lost to who was it? Korea, South Korea, North Korea. Which
yes,
no,
South Korea. I don't think North Korea are allowed.
Oh yeah, because they have their own tournament.
Yep. They win every World Cup there.
Yes, they do. Yeah, so that was absolutely shocking. So obviously France won the last World Cup. So I'm gonna say Portugal and Germany are gonna go through.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I see the logic there. I just think on paper, France are just.
France are like most of their players are in their prime. Obviously, the couple older ones are still banging.
Yeah.
Banging goals, doing whatever they need to do. Their biggest downside is Lloris, but
basically, but with a strong enough outfield, he doesn't even need to worry.
Well, it's not even like if you look at the defense as well, though. You have the is it Hernandez brothers? You've got Pavard. You've got Umtiti. You've got who's the City one? Laporte.
Yeah.
Yeah, the poor they've got sturdy defenders, so it's literally just their goalkeeper who's a bit sus. But yeah,
Kante on the pitch, bro.
yeah, they have Kante. They're gonna have Pogba, Mbappe, Martial.
Honestly,
You know, Pogba's gonna be like top 4.
Mate.
This isn't United Pogba we're talking.
I
Levels.
honestly hope that Kante carries Pogba so we can just show him up again.
Okay, so next we're gonna do a little bit of a throwback. I think it was either the first or second episode. Me and Andy did this. We're gonna do a quick fires for our team on either keep or sell. All right. This is a lot of fun. All right, so for our goalkeepers, 2 of them are never going to play. One's already gone, so there's only 2 left. Henderson and De Gea. Would you keep both? Would you sell both? Would you keep one and sell the other? Andy.
It's not nice being on the other foot. Okay. I would keep Henderson,
Right.
obvious reasons. And this might be controversial, but if De Gea is not going to be starting for us, I would sell him because 300 plus a week is ridiculous. Get a cheaper keeper in. I would have preferred it if we sold De Gea and kept Romero as our number 2 because he's a very sturdy, very solid keeper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sell De Gea, keep Henderson.
Amrit?
Keep Hendo, sell De Gea. He's too expensive to be a number 2. Yeah, 100%. We need to find a replacement number 2. And I agree with what Andy said. We should have kept Romero. He was also a pretty safe pair of hands to have in goal. So, yeah.
And quite cheap ones at that.
Exactly.
Tyrone?
Sell them both.
Sell them both.
Flipping it. Okay.
Madge, okay.
Right.
Who's
On
All right, so on that note,
honestly.
yeah, who's our number 1 keeper? Is it Lee Grant or is it Joel Pereira? I mean, I wrote them off, but if you're selling both the other 2, Romero's already gone.
exactly? But
Like-
step up.
I like honestly, they're both sus. They both made some questionable moves. Yeah.
All right.
So
Well, which one,
either
Tyrone?
they're
Is it Lee Grant or is it Pereira? Which one? Who is our number 1 keeper now?
Is that Austin Villa guy, right? Is that his name? What's his name?
Martinez.
That wasn't the option. But
Yeah, I know, but we signed a new keeper.
well,
You
we haven't got to transfers yet, Tyrone. Calm down. Yeah, calm down.
Okay,
Don't jump the gun. The question is, yeah, you said
Yes,
sell
I
both the
thought
other
they
2.
both.
So the question is,
Lee Grant, bro.
Grant. Okay, Lee Grant is our number 1 keeper. Cool,
The former Stoke guy. All right, cool.
lovely stuff.
We played him
Right.
once and we lost some penalties.
Oh, another one.
I hope he's safe. I bet he's safe.
All right, so I would keep Hendo and sell De Gea. I'm pretty sure I said sell him before as well. All right, so this one is going to be a bit saucy because there's a few more selected here. All right, so I'm going to do one at a time to keep this simple. Lindelof, Andy,
Sell.
So
So,
Bailly,
Keep!
he should
Upgrade his contract. You should be the highest paid defender. Period.
I don't know about that. Sean was just saying why he was looking at his socks, yeah, when the other team were on the attack. Yeah,
doing
man.
an overhead kick to clear the ball.
And
I don't want
who
him to be the
deserves
highest
to
paid.
be paid more than him? Please, I need to know the name. Who else? Harry Maguire? No.
Shaw,
Sure.
Okay, sure.
Wan-Bissaka, Twanzebe.
Wan-Bissaka. Yeah, actually, we didn't even say it in our little summary of the final. Wan-Bissaka had a great game. Like, he played,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
He had a fantastic game. Shaw was a little sus, if anything.
Agreed.
Yeah, so Lindelof sell, and we've got to, wherever we were going with this point.
Keep Bailly.
I just got so blinded by it.
Keep by sell
Keep
Lindelof.
Bailly.
Bailly deserves
Alright.
to be highest paid. I don't care what.
The main point is we've got to get rid of Lindelof. That's all that
Yes.
matters.
All right, Phil Jones.
Sell him.
At this point, does it even matter?
Honestly, yeah.
The man is-
Save money.
Look, the man is going to keep a paycheck just like Lee Grant has.
We're trying to save up to get a winger, guys. Come on, we got
Nah,
trim
man,
that
honestly.
here.
Right. The
Yes.
leader of leaders.
Keep him.
Keep.
Yeah, I think it's unrealistic to sell him. So
All right.
So bad
Uh,
that we need him.
Diego Dalot.
Keep him.
So,
Ooh, I would keep
Keep
him
him.
as a backup right
Keep
back.
him.
So I saw apparently that he's re-signed for United. So
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we
Shaw.
need him.
Keep
Keep
Shaw.
my
He's
boy,
good.
bro.
yeah,
Yeah.
keep
But
sure.
there's
Best
this
right
myth
back
going
in the
around.
league.
There's this myth going around that Luke Shaw is way better than Wan-Bissaka. I don't believe that's the case. They've got almost the same amount of assists. Like
Mhm.
they're very good wing backs, both of them.
Yeah. Teles.
Keep
Keep
He's a good backup
He's a
left back.
good penalty
backup.
taker. I
Yeah.
love it.
The man himself, Wan-Bissaka.
He's a gangster.
Keep.
Can I just say that I have read somewhere that they might try Wan-Bissaka and centre back next season?
Yeah.
This might be just timeline, and we might have talked about this in the group chat. I don't know because I read too much stuff. But Wan-Bissaka keep.
I would like to see him in centre back because he does slide tackles all the time. Like that is his primary method of
Get
defending.
someone else on the
Yeah.
right.
It's not going to work on the box.
No.
Yeah, like some of his tackles are a bit sus, and I feel
They
like if he did them inside the box, then it would be penalties.
What?
Yeah,
What about five at the back, though?
I don't want that. No.
I don't want that.
No.
We're not moves, bro.
Yeah,
No,
look,
what's that?
The way how Ollie's moving right now, if he actually gets tippier, it's going to be a bit sus. And I feel like he's going to
Get
do
rid
it.
of Lindelof. There you go.
He will
Clear
put
the plate.
Lindelof, Maguire, and Wan-Bissaka at back three, bro. Then Tippier and Shaw are going to be the win backs. I have suspect move. Hey, you need to think it on.
Alright, well,
He's a madman.
again,
He's an alien.
we can address his madness after. Williams.
Keep him.
Is
He's
loan
still a
an
young
option?
geezer.
Loan him out.
No, loan is not an option. It's keep or sell.
Nah.
I would sell him then because he's shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sell him.
I mean, like
Yeah,
we have Tellers, we have Shaw. Why do we need Williams at this point?
Because we need
Yeah.
him.
We don't.
The,
And
the
we've got
higher
Delo
powers.
coming back, so we've
Yeah,
got
and we
that
have Delo
right back.
coming back as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Twanzebe.
Keep.
I like
He is the future.
Yeah, I
He's
really
the
like
future
him.
of the back.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're not going to use him, we should sell him because I want him to be
Loan him.
successful.
No, I'd
Yeah.
rather learn him. I'd rather
Yeah.
learn tons of it. I won't sell him. If I sell him, then he goes to some next up. Austin
still
Villa
selling.
do a good season there, then gets Chelsea to grab him. Nah, I'll be upset. None
Yeah.
of that.
That's
Alright,
how
so-
long for not playing him.
Huh?
He just
You
needs
already
to-
know why he didn't get played.
He needs
Right. Well,
He needs only needs so in-game management and squad rotation because there's no squad rotation. He's just playing everyone. Everyone he's like top trumps and he's like, I'm going to play all my best cards every single game. Squad rotation. So Twanzebe should be taking our Euro. Well, it'll be Champions League. Oh god. I don't even want to think about us in the Champions League. He should be playing our European games and our cup title games. Definitely squad rotation. So Twanzebe definitely needs to keep for depth, 100%.
okay. Right, we're going to get into the midfielders. Pogba.
Keep.
I pray to God he signs a contract this summer,
Yeah.
please.
All right, Mata.
Sell. Nah, man.
So
Keep.
100% sell.
I've had enough of his number one fan shouting his name, man.
Leave
Sell.
Mata alone. He did nothing wrong. Leave him alone.
No, he's done
That's
nothing
what
wrong,
he said.
but he needs to move on.
He needs to move on, but
needs
we
to move
could
on.
have done with him in the final. I would have liked to see him. But yes,
Well, he was on at the
he
end.
was on for like the last 20. He was in the
Mata
extra time, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
'cause
We need the wise man.
Didn't he take the first penalty?
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he took one
He
of the
did.
first ones.
He
He should
stepped
have
up
been
to the
given
occasion.
Lingard.
Keep him.
I say let him stay at West Ham.
I would sell him, but
I won't sell
for
Lingard, bro.
30 million minimum.
Yeah.
No, he'll buy
I'd want my
We need
money's
money.
worth for
Yeah.
Lingard.
The-
He's just not going to get any. He's not going to get any play in this current
He's
squad.
not. He's not. He's
Yeah.
really not.
So
Like-
I'd rather see him flourish elsewhere. But we fleece it basically. Yeah, we milk it for what it's worth.
The man, the myth, the legend. Fred.
Honestly.
Do we even have to answer this? Like actually answer this?
Sell.
Get this man out of my club
I'll do
immediately.
a GoFundMe.
DHL Express, maybe even Hermes, get him lost,
You know?
lost.
Sell him for £1. I don't care.
Oh my god, that
Come on.
loss. That net loss is disgusting.
I personally say I'll keep Fred.
Tyrone, you're just being controversial now. Please, come on.
No, I'm being dead serious.
Why you keep-
Serious conversation.
Fred, no.
And Andy,
Fred,
remember what I said at the
Fred.
beginning of this pod, yeah, that Tyrone was injured. Send him back to his injury, fam.
I-
We don't need him.
I
We don't need him anymore.
He's
Move on the bench out.
Fred is allowed, yeah. He's allowed to stay.
Why?
He's earned a week of grace from me.
because he scored a penalty.
He's
It's been like 2 weeks since then, man.
Tyrone
His week of grace is over.
Tyrone, you don't stay in a relationship with someone just because they're doing the bit. They like text you good morning once a
Hey.
week. Yeah?
It's
Come
a good
on.
vibe. He has the good vibe. You know? Remember, he
Hold
was
on.
like, Master, I see you. Hey, keep Fred. I'm
Are you forgetting about all the shots he's missed?
All right.
Are you
Well, then
forgetting?
But I'm
Averaging
remembering
more
everyone's
misses.
shots.
Are you forgetting
Hey,
how
man,
many balls he
if we're gonna go
Right.
there, man, the strikers are gonna get roasted if we're going with those.
Right. We're
Sell it,
leaving Fred alone. We're leaving Fred
Sell it.
alone because Tyrone's taking this personally. Fernandez.
Keep. That's a silly
Yeah.
question. He's
Yeah.
he's
Of course.
top priority.
Right.
Yeah.
Lock him in chains.
Pogba and Fernandez.
Why? What?
What?
Put his
Sean,
release.
please,
Put his
please.
Tyrone,
release
Get
cost
rid
for
of this. Get
400
this guy
mil.
out. Get this guy out of my podcast. What is he doing? Go around.
Honestly, put his release cost to 500 mil, bro. Like,
All right.
he ain't going.
James the Stallion.
Hammers, who the hell's that?
Well, that says it all.
I don't know her. Let's go here.
You know,
Loan out. He just
He's
needs.
Delaney.
He's this little Welsh guy that plays for our
Dan
club.
James, mate.
He runs around like a headless chicken, and then he celebrates an equaliser goal.
Oh, that was funny.
Oh,
That
you're
was-
talking about Dominic.
He's Martial
Dan
and Rashford
James,
plays
bro.
for me.
Oh, you're talking about Daniel James.
Oh,
No, I feel
Yeah.
like we should
Man
sell
said
him.
James. We're talking about McTominay.
Italian. Come on.
Nah, bro, you know, I'll be real. We either we loan him out or we sell him to Leeds, bro. I feel
Dan
like
James. I'm
Alright.
saying sell. I'm saying sell.
I'm
Just for the
saying so
record.
as well.
Sell
I'm
him.
saying so.
100%.
Matic, I'm selling him as well.
Matic,
sell
sell.
him. Why is he
No.
still
No.
here?
Sell.
Then thief and a check.
McTominay.
Keep.
Cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
Donny.
Basically the only player that turned up in the second half of the
Donny,
run.
I
What's the
keep
point,
him
man?
and play him.
Van de Beek doesn't play. Like, sell, man. Let him live his life. What's the point of signing him if we don't even play him? We asked him to warm up
No,
for
he's
70
gonna-
minutes.
he's
Doesn't
gonna
make
get played
sense.
next season.
The man has played
He's
less
gonna-
time than Dan James has.
That's embarrassing. That's
Hold
bad.
on. Did
is
you
bad.
guys did you guys remember Dan James' miss against, was it Fulham or Wolves? That last minute miss.
I think so.
It was an open goal and
Yes.
he just he
Yes.
scuffed it. Yeah.
Mm.
Sell Dan James. I'm selling sell Donny because we don't even play him. Not even in the FA
We're
Cup,
gonna
Carabao
play him
Cup
next
games.
season.
Next-
Yeah, that's what they all say. That's what they all
No,
say.
I truly believe next season we're gonna
Look,
play him.
No, look, what's going to happen? The same thing again, yeah. He's going to play them for the Champions League matches. We're going to get knocked out in the group stage, and then he's not going to see a game the rest of the season.
Tough. Then you have to work harder.
Wow.
All right.
He has to not
So-
get kicked out of group stages. You know, we can't be bottling group stages. Again.
We're here.
You
We're
won't.
here with the final four big boys. All right. Going to start from worst to best. Martial.
Sell.
That's tough. I would say
Sell.
sell. I would say sell.
No more fan margin.
Can I say keep but sell in Jan if he doesn't prove his worth? If he doesn't prove
Yeah,
his worth.
Sure.
A delayed sell.
I'm feeling that energy, but I want the money. I want someone better.
Yeah.
I want someone who's actually going to score at least like
Mm-hmm.
10 goals in a season across all comps.
The bar is in hell.
I mean, like people said that Cavani was dead in the water, and he's got like 10 years on Martial, but then he still banged 17 goals this season.
Yeah.
So, next we're going to go for Greenwood.
Keep.
That's yeah.
Not even.
Put him on check.
The man who feeds the kids, the man with many names,
We can't sell him. That would be ridiculous. Like
He is-
he's a
he is
brand
a-
now.
See, I
Manchester
you know what?
United at the moment. Like, we can't.
It hurts that I want him to heal up properly.
Yeah, he needs to rest. He needs
That's
to not
the
play the
only
Euros.
thing.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah,
rather
it's
he wasn't in the I'd rather he was in Euros. And
Yeah, it's like
He really
the
needs
guy.
to.
He's not the same, bruv. He feels hurt, bruv. He needs to like relax for a minute because I don't know, man. I would never sell him because imagine selling him to Real Madrid. Real Madrid, oh my god, bruv. Oh, that would be like that. That would be
No,
like
we
my
can't
nightmare.
sell him. He is Mr. Manchester. We can't sell him.
Yeah.
It'd be like us
He-
selling
he-
Wayne Rooney at one point. Like, we can't do that.
Oh, you remember that time? Oh my god, man, we were ready to sell like Wayne Rooney to some next up dodgy team. I was like, okay, guys.
All right. So finally, the GOAT, the man who has been rumored to be the reason we got second in the league.
Rumoured. I think it's a proven fact.
I think Bruno is the best player.
I mean, the teamwork between a handful of players is why we got second, but people are putting it on this man's shoulders alone, Cavani.
Keep.
Sell
Yeah.
him.
keep for like, let's say,
So we forced the extra year contract, yeah, and then it was like, let's just sell him to that Argentinian team.
Sell him.
Yeah.
We want some
He's
cash.
gone anyway. It's one more season. What's that?
Yeah,
What's
Keep him for another
season?
year.
yeah, keep him for another year.
We can't keep him for
Find a
another
permanent-
year. He's made his choice. He's gone. After the season, he's gone back to his home club, bro. There's no stopping. Unless he feels like he can bag 30 goals this season and violate, and be like, I'm gonna stay another year and violate again. Then go back to my boy club.
Okay.
We never know.
Okay.
He
But
could
he's
be
not,
top goal
a
scorer.
he's not a permanent solution, and we know that. So I think another
Agreed.
season, and then we need to find a permanent solution for our number 9 problem, basically, big time,
All right.
big time.
So, speaking of finding problems, transfers, there has been so many rumors
Are you
from
sure?
Varane to
Yeah.
Lorente, I think it is
Lorente. Yeah.
I can't even remember half of the random one.
I'll give you.
The man himself, Sancho,
The ongoing
Yeah.
saga
That
that
player
Yeah,
from
the-
Dortmund.
Well,
that
Yeah,
player
well-
from Dortmund.
telling all his
Fab
England
said-
teammates he's definitely signing for United this summer before the Euros start. He's telling everyone, but nothing's gonna happen. And there we go.
Trippier, Sancho,
Yeah, Trippier, that's a big one.
Trippier as well.
Ronaldo.
Trippier, another one, telling all his teammates, his countrymen, that he's like, I'm definitely thinking about United, and everyone's getting their Twitter fingers busy.
Mhm.
Remember,
Telling all his
These
friends
guys-
to bet on it. It's mad.
hey,
Yeah.
remember, yeah, it's not the players. Remember, the players who will probably all agreed on personal terms already. It's just our club. Bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
If
Right,
no one
so-
gets signed this season, you know who to blame.
So my question to all of you is, right? You have 5 players. Yeah, 5 players you can get rid of, and 5 players you can bring in. Right? I'm gonna give you a second to think about it.
I need to,
All right.
I don't need a second.
So-
I'm ready.
So obviously, like, be realistic about it. Yeah,
I'm
we're not
being
going to get
realistic, I'm
Mbappe. Odds are we're not going to get Haaland. Like, if anything, Haaland's going to go to Bayern Munich. Like, we're never going to get Lewandowski. It's not happening either.
yeah,
But like, who would you actually like to see come into the club? Who would you actually like to see leave the club as well? Right, I'll go first to give you some more time to think about it as well.
Okay.
So for me, I'd get rid of De Gea,
Mm.
Maguire, Fred, Martial, and Lingard. I'll drop all of them, get some cash in, and then players that I would actually like. I think that could actually help us. Varane is a good shout. Like, yes, it seems like paper talk, but at the same time, he's still quite young. It'd be great. It's not a great fix, but Kante, like, I know that the current manager, I can't think of his Thomas.
Tuchel, yeah.
Sure.
Tuchel. Yeah, I know he actually like plays him, so it might be a bit of a harder buy. But there was rumors
No.
like last year that we could have snatched him for a bit cheaper as well.
I wish Lampard
that-
was still the manager.
You
Just so we
know,
can sign Kante.
just so we can get him for a cheap buy.
Yeah.
Oh, this is great! It'd be fucking
For 20
great.
million.
Bargain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I would like to see Gnabry.
Oh, yeah, that's a great shout.
Yeah, like he's still quite young. like great winger as well. I'd like to see Leon Bailey as well.
Another good shout. Yep.
And then finally, I would probably like to see De Ligt, the centre back from Juventus.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
He had a good season.
He did all right. Obviously, like they still have their main ones that they play over most of the time, but like he is squad rotation.
Okay.
All right. So Tyrone said that he already knew before I'd even finished asking the question. So Tyrone, 5 men you want gone. Who are they?
De Gea,
Yep.
Fred.
Yep.
You just said you'd keep him.
Yeah, we're not addressing that. He's changed his mind.
Continuity. Can we have some continuity?
10 minutes ago.
You know what I mean? Not even like cross episodes. It's like within the same episode. Man says he's keeping it, and then he's like, "No, I'm
Oh my word!
No,
Like,
Fred.
he took it personally. He was like, "I'm gonna start attacking the attackers if you guys make me sell Fred." He wants to sell Fred now. We're moving on.
Hey, we're
Right,
talking
so-
about money, bro. We need money going out. You know.
All right. So three other players, Ty.
3 other players.
Yeah.
De Gea can dip.
Okay, yeah. So De Gea, Fred. Yeah. 3 other
I
ones.
think I'd rather have James dip over Jesse Lingard.
James. All right. 2 more.
Yeah, Martial needs to dip. We need another attacker. That's a bit okay. Yeah. And I need 1 more, right?
Yeah, 1 more.
I'll have Lindelof go.
Lindelof as well. Okay. And now 5 guys that you'd actually like to see at United.
Harry Kane.
Okay. Right.
That's a good shout.
A defensive midfielder. Oh no, I agree with you. The centre back, Varane. Yeah.
Varane. Yeah. All right.
Varane. Yeah. I agree with that. 3 more. I would like to see at least Sancho or Bailey as a winger.
Okay.
Because we need a winger. Because I'd rather have Greenwood be in the center more than be on the wing, because I feel like you can do more in the center than most Donnies, you know. How much do I need more?
2 more.
Yeah, I would say Kante as well. I would have
Kante.
Yeah.
And last man, who would you like?
Last man. He needs to come home.
Fuck's sake.
You
Okay.
say Ronaldo, aren't you?
Yep.
Knew
He's
it.
gonna say
I knew it.
Ronaldo.
I knew
Okay. Cool.
I know.
prince-
So
The
basically,
prince who's
everyone's
now a
gonna
king needs to come back to his kingdom and reclaim it. Okay? Ronaldo.
I'm not gonna lie
come
though, yeah. If Ronaldo actually did show up and we had Cavani and Ronaldo up front, you know we're winning the title next season.
home.
Like,
Absolute
that-
vibes.
that is automatic win. The
Juventus,
defense would know what to do with themselves. All right.
Juventus, please.
Okay, this is where my footballing nous is going to show me up. But if I can't think of players, I'm just going to say positions that we need to buy for, because
Okay.
I'm not as clued up and I don't read about football and stuff apart from, you know. We need to get rid of Fred, Lindelof, Williams can go, Jones can go, De Gea. Basically anyone who's thief in a check is gone. So we can save some money, get some
Fair
coins,
play.
get a mortgage. Varane, I do think is a good shout. Actually, from reading up, that is something I actually read out because I was like, I don't know who this player is. I kind of think is it Pau Torres who played for Villarreal?
Yeah.
I think he'd be a great defender. I think he was good. Sancho, just to end this saga, because if I have to have another transfer window hearing about bloody Sancho is coming to United, I'm going to beat my head against a brick wall. Like, just end this saga, get him here, and then let's just be done with it. So yeah, we just need. So it's defensive midfielder and right winger that we need, and I don't know what else. We need.
Kante?
Yeah, Kante's a good shout. I don't think it's going to happen, but yeah, it'd be a good shout. It would be a really good shout.
I mean, I don't know how he's played this year, but like last year, Declan Rice played quite well. And
Yeah, no, he has been transferred,
That's
hasn't he?
another
Everyone
good
has said, yeah, Declan Rice would be a good shout. I won't be able to remember their names off the top of my head, but there's been a few Leicester players and Everton players maybe in defence that have. Is it? I want to say, is it Bridges? Someone Bridges maybe, and he's had a really blinding season. I want to say Leicester. See, this is.
I don't even know that guy.
It's like how we had
the
that.
last Bridges that I know was connected to certain captain that we don't talk about because how do you do that to your best friend and your teammate? But
last time,
mentality.
remember Last time we were we were having little talks with that guy from Wolverhampton, but that's been alright.
Oh, the was it Traore? The
I
winger.
can't remember his name. Is he a winger? What's he? Or is he not a CDM?
Yeah, he's a wing. He's a wing.
Right winger.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
alright.
Traore, isn't it? Something like that.
Yeah, it's true.
No, not Tyrone. Not him. Not him.
Wait, who are
There
you talking about?
was one of the central midfielders.
Oh, Neves.
I think Neves. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we had that one in Leeds as well. I don't know if he's a winger. The one that Bruno has a little friendship with.
Yeah, he is a
Remember
winger. He is a winger.
Yeah, those little.
Yeah, because they used to play for the other team together, and apparently they set records for that club or something between the two of them.
Portuguese link up, yes.
Oh my.
All right,
It's a
and
European
finally,
Cup, not a World Cup. Come on, guys.
Andy, who are your 10 Donnies?
So selling Lingard,
Yep.
selling De Gea,
Mm-hmm.
selling Lindelof,
Mm-hmm.
selling Fred because he has to go. I'm not having that anymore. Who else? See, I'm thinking of like who we can actually get bank from. So like Phil Jones, I'd sell, but like we wouldn't get more than £10 for him. So it doesn't make sense.
I mean, like Pogba's still on the cards for leaving, and we could probably make some money from that.
Like Pogba, but I'd much rather have him than sell him.
Yeah.
Jack Grealish is the guy we need. We don't need Pogba anymore.
You've already had your time. You be quiet.
Phil Jones is on a weekly salary of 75k.
I would say Martial, just to
Oh,
get it to 5. We can get decent money for all of them.
Mm.
Players we're getting in, I would say Donnarumma to get that backup keeper.
That'd be good.
Mm.
Sancho, because there's too many people on the internet who want it. Like, just give the people what they want and have this horrible saga come to an end.
But what if he arrives here and he's absolute dog shit?
I want that to happen.
Honestly, if Sancho is a flop, I will cry. I would actually cry for just the pain of all that saga, just for a man to come and be dead like Daniel James.
Fuck's sake.
Like, realistically, he's too good for that to ever happen. But that would be so funny. After the years of campaigning, people spending, so many days talking about this guy, and he just flops. That would be amazing. But I'd still go for Sancho. Because you said Haaland's not allowed, I have to go for Harry Kane.
Okay.
We need a striker. We need that permanent solution. Harry Kane could do it for a few more years. That's a right wing striker, goalkeeper. I want to say Kante, but I don't think that's realistic. I want to say Bellingham, but that's not realistic. So I would say Rice, and that's why I'm selling Lingard to West Ham.
Yeah.
Either some swap deal or knock a bit off the price. We need a centre back as well. I really like De Ligt, but I don't like how he played us. So, out of principle, I'm going to go for Varane. He's a proven winner. I think he's French.
Yeah, he is.
Champions League winner. World champion. He is the top of the top. So, yeah, that's my 5.
Okay, cool.
Can I just say for a minute, Mason Greenwood is on the same pay package as Phil Jones.
It's because he's young.
That is criminal.
It's because he's young.
Honestly, that is criminal. How are you?
I mean,
how are there not pay reviews? Like everyone else has a pay review.
If you think about it, obviously, like he said, Greenwood is young, so which is why he's on that. But then at this point in his career, he's not played in like 3 years or 4 years, whatever. Jones should definitely have had a pay cut. 100%.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe he's on furlough.
It's either they cut his contract down, or they just release him. Just put him into the wild and see what happens.
He's probably on furlough right now, but we don't know.
He's 29, man. Just get ready.
Wait, how is he still? He's a year older than me. What?
He's my age, mate.
I was in his like
my age, mate.
Phil Jones, he's been around forever, man. I do think that Greenwood's salary is definitely going up when the new season comes. It's got to. It's got to be hitting 6 figures a week.
My question is, what if Phil Jones comes back and he's a solid centre back?
He won't. It's not a possibility. It's not going to happen.
What if he comes on the pitch and just decks Harry Maguire off his position?
Do you see that happening?
Oh, hey, man.
Tyrone, be real.
Be real with yourself.
I'm being real.
Make yourself
What
please.
about man? All this time I was sitting on the bench, yeah. He was just like, it's time.
Nah, man. When he's sitting on the
No,
bench, he's just logging into his bank account to see how much money he got. He's fine.
Our contract stays alive, Doesn't matter.
Phil Jones is happy where he is. He's happy sitting on the bench.
He's doing cryptocurrency on the bench, man. He don't care. This is all just pocket money. Don't worry about this.
Honestly, Phil Jones doesn't even want to be good. He's fine.
Get rid of him, man. Leave him a check.
Shout out to all you lot that don't want to sell James, but sell Jeffy. Don't worry.
Alright.
I remember you.
So
I tell them both. What are you talking about?
Remember.
Matic and Lindelof, that's 240,000k. 240,000k, that's not even a number. 240,000 pounds. We're playing with Monopoly money at this rate.
240,000k. That's like 240 million or something, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
Trillion.
That's a lot of money. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, you know.
That's a 240k a week saving if we get rid of Lindelof and Matic. Done.
And then if we get rid of the gear as well, that's what an extra 300.
375, 375.
370.
375,
Yeah,
my friend. This is what
375.
they're saying.
Yeah.
This is why he'd be pissed that he's gonna go. Yeah, he's
Who's going to pay that? Who's going to pay that?
No one. No one's
Literally,
saying
who's
that.
going to pay that otherwise, apart from
No
us
one.
muggins?
Mm-hmm.
Martial
That's probably why he's not going.
$250,000 a week. Oh, why did I not become a footballer?
To be fair, last season he was worth that.
Yeah,
He should've-
last season, what I'm saying, pay reviews, man. Like,
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Still
We're not
country.
doing it.
That's some mad amount of money.
The business of football is baffling. Like, pay reviews.
Because obviously, like, I get money has to like go up, whatever, and things like that. Like, it's the economy and that. But at the same time, the way it's drastically gone up in the last few years is abysmal.
It's actually
Like,
stupid.
Again, like, I go back to like when you actually think of class players and how much they went for, and then the scummy players that go for the same prices now and are getting double what the actual good players are getting.
Yep.
Like, it's fucking mind-boggling.
It's baffling.
Because, like, yeah, the here's on 400 grand. Like, I don't think Ronaldo's on that.
He used to.
He might be.
I mean,
Because at Real
might be.
Madrid, he was on a crazy amount of money.
Yeah, but like,
But
at the
it's
same-
only Ronaldo and it's only Messi. No one,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, but that, like, because I know Messi's definitely on that.
Yeah.
Of course, Barcelona don't want him to pay.
This apparently, according to sportbible.com, Messi's salary breaks down to an incredible weekly wage of 2.1 milli.
Pounds or euros.
Great British pound, my friend.
To be fair, he deserves it. Like the work he's put in over the years. Not now, but like that legacy he's left. Barcelona
He
should
did
be
carry
paying
them.
him 5 million a week for what he's done to them.
He
10
should own the
years.
stadium.
He's dominated football
Ronaldo is on
single-handedly.
He should be the club
Pay
president when he
review.
retires.
Pay review.
Pay review, yeah.
He should be the owner and the club representative. President.
Jesus
Bro.
Christ.
That's how bad it is.
Ronaldo
You should
is
have
on
a stake in the club.
yeah.
Having a stake. Like all of it.
Ronaldo's on a what?
Ronaldo is on a mere 900,000 a week.
Okay.
I mean,
Might as
You
well
don't
round
need
up to
that.
a nice 2 million, man.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
I know he's deeper, bro. You have to count their sponsorships as well.
Hmm.
Yeah, when you count that,
Just-
it's
just-
actually nuts.
like Sean said, like I just cannot fathom 2.1 million in a week. Like I cannot. That's
In a
monopoly
week.
money. Like that is actually
Guys have
crazy.
business, yeah.
My sons are all becoming footballers. They don't have a
Like,
choice.
literally, you-
Andy, you see how I said I'm going to have 26 kids, yeah?
At least one of them
One-
is
one
really
of
a
them
successful
must be.
footballer.
I'm having an entire squad, yeah? I'm having subs and reserves. All of them. Every single one. Yeah? And then the oldest ones can be like the coaches and managers. Yeah, it's done.
Oh my
It's
god.
done.
I'm here for
Oh,
this.
It has to happen. It has to.
Project
Money's too
Mbappe.
much to ignore.
Project Mbappe. All the way. They have no other career option at this point. They're
Mhm.
footballer or nothing. Footballer or you're disowned. You're not my son anymore. You're not my
No,
child.
it has to
It
be
could
high
be a
end
basketball
sports.
player.
Asian
It's-
parent mode.
it's-
Footballer or nothing.
It's footballer, it's boxer, it's MMA fighter,
Yeah,
it's
bro.
Rugby players get paid shit. No rugby. Tennis players, yes.
Get paid a lot of money.
Golf.
Basketball.
Golf as well. Like if you're in the high end, like if you're in the Tiger Woods ones and you're winning stuff, you're getting bank.
Yeah.
Sponsorships.
Yeah. So any of them sports right there, yeah, you're in that. Like, I am retiring off of my children. This is how this is happening.
To be honest, I wouldn't mind if my child was doing a Phil Jones and just sitting on the bench and just bagging coins.
I would be his biggest fan. I'd be like, look how skillfully he sits on the bench. Yes, collect that 6-figure paycheck.
Wow.
No one crosses their legs quite like him.
I would definitely be one of these.
He swaps legs. It's like, look at that ball control.
Oh,
beautiful stuff.
Class size.
I taught him that.
I'm so dumb, man. The way
I would definitely be one of these dad managers or mum managers, really. I'd be like, my son is not doing that. We're not doing. It's literally 2.1 million a week, or we're walking.
Oh my god, you're gonna become one of those momages.
I'd be the Chris Jenner of the footballing world. I'd be like,
wow, man.
Okay.
Like, oops, that got released. Oh, let's get. Chris Jenner definitely leaked that tape. I'm sorry. We can talk about it.
100%.
That woman is
100%.
The devil works hard, but Chris Jenner works harder, my friend. She is crazy.
What's mad, yeah, is the Kardashians have been dropping off recently. Don't think that tape hasn't come out in full and gone circulation again.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
they've completed life, man.
Just anything. They'll make up shit. Like, it doesn't matter.
It's mad. Has anyone got anything else to add before we wrap things up?
No.
No. Okay, awesome. Right, so thank you all for watching. It has been a pleasure once again. Make sure you go give us a follow or subscribe on the twitch.tv Red Devils Advocate, YouTube Red Devils Advocate, Twitter Red Devils Advocate, and Instagram RD Advocate. We will be back with more like transfer news and speculative stuff until the new season comes along. Probably be every other week as opposed to weekly, because I mean there's not much going on. Yeah, hope you stay safe. Lockdown is looking to wrap up soon. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Be outside, like outside people.
Yeah. But yeah, stay safe and take care of yourselves and your loved ones.